I'm at the place where I can start shaping the center of the back neck, and it is lower than the front. And so I've worked this much of the armhole, and now I'm going to start shaping the back. Now, I've left these markers in that I used for the bust and waist shaping, and I did that just so it make it easier to figure out where to start the neck shaping. I'm going to bind off the center 15 stitches. And so I'm going to slip that guy over here, and so I need to work 15 subtracted from 21 leaves 6, so I've got 3 stitches there, and then I'm just going to bind off the center 15, and I'm going to do this loosely. You do not want to bind this off super tight because you're going to be pulling this thing over your head, and a bind off edge can be extremely tight if it's worked that way. So I'm just going to make sure that when I've got this loop, that yarn, I'm not going to pull my working yarn terribly tight, because if I do, that's what's going to make that bind off edge tight. And now I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to count from this point on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oops, 12, 13, 14, 15. I should have 3 stitches before the marker when I'm all done. Yep, 1, 2, 3. And then I just work to the end. And I can take that marker off now. Now you can work both sides of the neck at the same time, and if I were not working with 2 strands, I'd consider it, but I really don't want 4 balls of yarn hanging off here. So I'm going to work, and I'm still continuing on to shape my armhole edge, and this happens to be another decrease row. So when I get to the end, I'm going to work that decrease. Yeah, boy. Again, working with 2 strands. You want to make sure that you keep those strands together and that you don't work a stitch with just one, because it doesn't look very good. So when I get to the last 4, I'm going to make a knit 2 together. Now, the neckline is shaped by making a series of decreases along the neck edge. And so I'm going to turn my work, and I'll be decreasing 3, and then I think it's 2, and then 1 and 1. And I will continue to make those decreases at the armhole edge. Now, as I've said, I'm going to work each side separately, and I'm going to finish off my bind off, and then I'm going to continue to work. And when I get to the place where I'm going to work the other side, then I'll do a short video to show you how to join. Now, what it's going to look like, and do not panic, because I'm going to show you how to finish this so that it looks good. This is the front, which has a higher neckline, and I've bound off, bound off, bound off, bound off, bound off. And look what I've got here when I do my other side of the neck. That just looks like that's going to be horrible, and oh, it's never going to work. Don't worry, don't panic. That's all going to be cleaned up when we pick up stitches on the neck.